everybody, Julie Murphy here, and I am here to give you some holiday tips for not having a spending hangover come January. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like, and don't forget the notification bell. Why? Because I am going to get you to a place where you love the life that you are living because you deserve it. And I want us to untangle from all that acting out that we've done through the years with our money, because as I always say, we work things out or we act it out through our money, through our health, and through our relationships. So you ready for those holiday tips? Let's do this, okay? Number one, it's easy. Are you ready? Cash is king. Have you ever gone to the store and taken 5 $100 bills with you and look at how different you spend for the holidays, or any time for that matter? Now, you may say, Jewel, I don't have 5 $100 bills. Or maybe you're like, why would I do that? I actually have ran into more people lately that have said, I'm nervous to carry that much cash around with me. What if I lose it? Lose it? Well, just choose not to lose it. It's fascinating to me how much we have a negative relationship with cash, but yet cash is your best friend. It's the one that will keep you out of trouble. It's the one that will meet you exactly where you're at in your reality, which is the best gift that you could ever get in the holiday season. Why? Because the fact that you then are sitting in the reality that you actually have, instead of allowing something or some other bank to control your life. Because when we spend more than the cash that we have, someone else or some entity is in charge of your life, despite the fact that it doesn't seem that way. But it's true. It's the way that the system controls the masses. Because if we keep a lot of people in student loan debt and credit card debt and all this other stuff, you're getting trapped in your life and you're working hard to hit the economy. I had someone tell me when I was younger, well, I like all the salespeople that work for me to have their PhD. And I was like, really? I don't have my PhD. And I was thinking it was like my degree from a university. And no, he wanted everyone working for him that had their PhD. They were poor, hungry, and driven. Why? Because that was the motivating factor, that they had to go out and sell more product to produce more at his company. Really? Like, come on. But I'm telling you, this is why cash is king. Because then you stay in control of your life. You're able to live in the present moment and not worry about too much of your financial past. So this holiday season, love yourself enough to use cash for all those purchases. You know what? It's super important. Even if it means that you put the cash inside of a checking account and get a debit card, and you use the debit card if you're really afraid to carry the cash. Okay? I'm just saying. That's also an alternative that still gets the objective taken care of. All right. Holiday tip number 2. Are you ready? Avoid the spending hangover. Think back of one time when you had a really fun time spending all that money for people in the holidays. And you're like, oh my God, I got the perfect gizmo. Oh yeah, I know I spent too much and blah, 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 blah. And then you got that credit card bill in January and you're like, ugh. And then you realize the next 3-6 months are spent paying for something that you bought for somebody else before. And you had all good intentions and your heart was in the right place. The problem is you forgot your own heart and your own needs along the way. We often put other people's needs ahead of our own, and we need to put our needs along with helping other people. Like, you can't forget yourself. Self-love and self-care. It's kind of like the airplane mask, the oxygen mask. When you get on an airplane, they say put yours on first, then help your child next to you. Well, there's a reason for that, because you're really no good to anybody if you keep chasing your tail because you keep recreating a spending hangover in January. Another way, let's just say you didn't have your ducks in a row this holiday season. Don't beat yourself up, because that's just going to create more of it. If you want to spend $1,000 next December at the holiday time, well then in January or right after the holiday season, actually you could set up right now and it can start in January. Set up a savings account. There's plenty of online savings accounts that you can name your financial intention and call it your holiday fund, or if you celebrate Christmas, make it your Christmas fund, whatever you want to call it, and have that $100 a month go into it so that you're sitting there with $1,200 because you put $50 a paycheck into the savings account. It's like what they used to do with the old Christmas clubs, that your employer used to withhold money from your paycheck and then give it to you at the holiday time to spend. It's kind of creating your own Christmas club so that way you're going from playing defense at the holiday time to now playing offense. So try to avoid that spending hangover this holiday season because it's not fun. It lasts a lot longer than an alcohol hangover, right? Because we overspend. All right, ready? Number 3, we've got perhaps if you are a little strapped, you're like, Jewel, I have to pay debt because I didn't save enough money and I can't do that. Well, consider redesigning your gifting this year. Just consider redesigning it. And what do I mean by that? Maybe you're giving your time instead of physical materialistic stuff. Last time I checked, many of us have way too much stuff. And do we really need more stuff? Or maybe you decide, you know what, let me take you out to dinner, and that's less expensive than buying that gift. If it's not, well, then that's a different conversation. But I remember when I was a child. Now, those of you who don't know, I am the second oldest of 12 children. Yes, I have 10 younger siblings and an older sister. And when we were growing up, there was no money to buy lavish gifts. But I've had people say to me, wow, the true spirit of Christmas is actually at your parents' house, because it was never about the gifts. It was never about anything except spending time with loved ones. And we used to actually bake cookies. My mom is an amazing baker, and we would bake cookies, and we take the oatmeal containers and we decorate the outside of the container with cute little designs, and we made homemade cookies, and that's what we gave. Heck of a lot less expensive, and it was a yummy treat. So perhaps it's giving somebody of your time. If you have talents that you know how to fix things and somebody needs some housework done, you know what? I'm going to donate my time so you don't have to spend money doing something else. It's kind of like, think of it like the barter system, but you're giving, and it's actually truly something that person could need, not necessarily a want that's just a materialistic thing that's going to wind up in a junkyard one day. All right, so that's tip number 3. Are you ready for tip number 4? We've got, I need you to choose you and your self-care. Choose to not go into debt. Choose to give your time. And I really stress this choosing piece, because tip number 4 is many of us don't feel that we often have a choice, but we always have a choice. It takes some courage, because there certainly are family patterns that every single one of us is going to come up against. Think about our health and our wealth in the same thing. You know, it's kind of like pre-planning. You know, Weight Watchers would tell you to pre-plan what it is that you're going to eat before you go into a holiday meal so that you're not hijacked with all those extra high calories. Well, think of your spending is the exact same way. You know, pre-plan the fact that, you know what, you matter, and it's okay to not put yourself in financial harm's way because you're giving too much to other people. And as you go into this holiday season, even if it means, I think one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself is even if you have to change it up what you've always done before. I'm going to challenge each and every one of you this holiday season that the 4th and final tip today is you do 100% of everything this holiday season that is not based on your conditioning, not based on your expectations from other people or your family patterns or anything. I want you to promise me that the number one thing you do this holiday season is you do exactly what your heart desires, even if it disappoints other people. Why? Because you matter. And we act things out financially when we're not in alignment with our own hearts and our own souls, because we're trying to process our emotions of the expectation of how we're supposed to show up, or not feeling enough, or not feeling worthy. And so this holiday season, please promise that you will follow your heart and your soul, because you matter the most. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that the next time I'm giving some tips and tools, you can be alerted and subscribe to the channel, because we are going to get you to a life that you love. And I promise that I will show up and help you all along the way. Thanks, everybody. See you soon. Happy holidays.